Khabarovsk is a young city on a great river. The ancient peoples of the north lived here. They left behind the Amur petroglyphs. Some of them are 12,000 years old. Khabarovsk was founded in 1858, and it was Count Nikolai Muravyov-Amursky who annexed the area to Russia. Yakov Dyachenko founded a military outpost here. The central streets of Khabarovsk were constructed in the second half of the 19th century. One of the most famous families of the city, the Plusnins, built a lavish red-gray house, which was unique in Russia at the time. It now houses the Far Eastern Scientific Library. You can also find some other trade houses nearby. They are the houses of Japanese photographer Takechi and German businessmen Kunst and Albers. The Khabarovsk Bridge is referred to as the Amur Miracle. It is one of the largest in the world. The bridge was opened in 1916 and at that time looked different. Now there is only one former span left. It was designed by the engineer Professor Proskoryakov. His project was highly praised by the jury at the International Exhibition 1900 in Paris. The Khabarovsk resident shared first place with Gustav Eiffel, who built the Eiffel Tower. Khabarovsk has a lot to offer people who enjoy walking. The city has a beautiful promenade, singing fountains, parks, and squares. There are beautiful churches built around the city. You can visit them with a guided tour. Historically, intellectuals came to live in Khabarovsk. They created the cultural environment of the region. The local philharmonics opened more than 80 years ago. The Far Eastern Academic Symphony Orchestra performs on its stage these days. Its repertoire includes works by Mozart, Beethoven, Bach, Tchaikovsky, Rachmaninoff, and other great composers. A number of Khabarovsk museums are housed in older buildings. The first museum, which opened in the city in 1894, was the museum named after Nikolai Grodikov. Its collection includes about 40,000 exhibits. The most ancient of them were created centuries BC. The Far Eastern Art Museum is the largest museum of fine arts in the Russian Far East. There are over 16,000 exhibits in its funds, including the paintings by Shishkin, Repin, Ivazovsky, Kramskoy, Polenov, Makovsky. You can see Russian and foreign record players such as gramophones, radios, cassettes, and CD players produced between the 1880s to the 1990s in the World of Talking Machines Private Museum. Those who prefer gastronomic tourism will enjoy their time in Khabarovsk. There are restaurants and cafes of Russian, Japanese, Korean, Chinese, Buryat, Georgian, Ossetian, Uzbek, and Ukrainian cuisine in the city. Khabarovsk is the sports capital of the region and the city of active fans. One of the largest sports facilities is Platinum Arena Sports Complex. There are more than 7,000 seats there. The other facility is Eurofy Arena, which is home ground for the SKA Neftyanik bandy team, winner of multiple Russian championships and a World Bandy Cup finalist. Prestigious sports competitions are held in Khabarovsk every year. Among them are international tournaments in wrestling, boxing, pankration, curling, and much more. The city celebrates its birthday on May 31. Festive processions pass through the city center. Dance and music groups perform in the streets, and artistic workshops are held all day. Creative young people, active residents, and guests come to the city for the holiday. Military brass bands from all over Russia and abroad come here on the eve of the holiday to take a part in the Amur Waves annual festival. Musicians perform well-known military marches, popular songs from movies, along with singing and dancing. Even away from home, you can feel the cozy atmosphere in Khabarovsk. Hotels for any taste or wallet are open for all guests. Khabarovsk is a gateway to Asia and a key logistics center for the Pacific region of Russia. The Trans-Siberian Railway passes through the city. A section of the famous Baikal-Amur main line runs through Khabarovsk Krai. The air center of Khabarovsk is Gennady Nevelskoy International Airport, which is the largest air hub in the Russian Far East. The terminal has all modern necessary infrastructure for good passenger service. Khabarovsk enjoys about 300 sunny days a year. Come to Khabarovsk and see for yourself.